What's good, all my Ruthless addicts? It's your girl, Tika Deshawn, ushering in a new tale entitled Melinda Seeking Favor of the Highest. So, when we meet Melinda, she is standing before Elder Mother Marva, and Elder Mother Marva is looking her up and down from head to toe. She has her to take her robe off, her purple robe, and she looks her up and down, head to toe, and she determines that Melinda will do. Now we're at that point. We were trying to figure out what is it that Melinda will do. Well, we learned that Elder Mother Marva basically sent Melinda on a mission to entice one of the sheriffs at the sheriff department. That sheriff ended up being Sheriff Polk. He's the one that, when Melinda came in, he's the one that she spoke with, and she basically ran him this whole sob story. My boyfriend has been beating me, and I just don't want to, I don't want to go back there with him, so on and so forth. I'm just trying to get away from my boyfriend. So we know that it's not the case because we know that Melinda just came from the Rockadushi compound, and she is playing her mission to the fullest. Um, Once Pope sees, oh, desperate, lonely girl, I think he does see her as a desperate, lonely little girl or a little girl. I think he sees her more as someone that needs to be saved. As we all know, the history of Polk, according to what he and the other sheriff were talking about, his relationship life has not been the best. He doesn't have the best record at relationships. So he sees this helpless woman, and I think now it's his opportunity to, find a woman that, yeah, she may have a few strings attached, but she's willing to, you know, kind of give me what I need. And, they go to his house, to have dinner or whatever. After the dinner, of course, they end up having sex. So now, point one, yeah, Melinda has successfully um, gotten to Polk, using her feminine wiles. Um, Also, let me tell y'all, the title of that specific episode was entitled "The Devil's Brew." Um, so she put the Devil's Brew being this ratchet perfume that Marva gave her to put on. So anyway, she goes, after they're intimate, and and she's like, oh well, I have to go. I gotta, I could just sleep in my car because Pope gets up and says, well, I have to go to work. So she says, well, maybe I can, I'll just sleep in my car or I'll find a friend where I can stay. And Pope encourages her to stay. Now, it doesn't really take much encouragement because Melinda already had in her head what it was that she was going to do. Now, she's doing all of this for the highest. Just keep in mind, she is trying to do her any and everything so that she can get in good with the highest. And also, she, wants to go through the ceremony of being with the highest. We already know that that's not what it is. That's not what the convocation or, when he gets the women and the one woman and the seven men, it's not him that she's gonna have sex with. But in Melinda's mind, she's thinking, oh, I'm gonna have sex with the highest and it's just gonna be so beautiful. And so anyway, she does what she has to do. And then he, of course, like I said, Polk has to go to work. And so he leaves Melinda there at the house. Now she's there for a little while, and then she decides, oh well, I'm gonna bring him something, to work. I'm gonna bring him lunch or dinner or something to work. Okay, so she goes to his house. I mean, she goes to the sheriff department, and she's of course, she already knows that nobody is there because Pope told her earlier that he was going to be there by himself. And so she goes to the sheriff department. She kind of talks to him, and they end up again having sex on Sheriff Connolly's desk in his office. Now, keep in mind, because Belinda asks, well, what's back there? And, trying to be all curious and trying to play innocent. And so they make their way back into the Sheriff Connolly's office, but they didn't really have sex, okay? Because apparently she slipped something to Polk that put him to sleep. So he was knocked out so to the point that she was able to bring in 3 of the other cult members, Clark being one of them, but she was able to bring in 3 of the male cult members, and they went through the Sheriff Connolly's files. They went through his, his desk drawer, basically went through the whole place to, try to find any kind of information that they could find out. Now, I said all of that to say this. Okay, when Melinda had sex with Polk, she attempted to cover up the cameras. Unfortunately, she missed one of the cameras. Okay, I'm sure Polk didn't know that camera was there either. But either way, she missed the camera. And the sheriff was able to view her being in his office as well as the other cult members. Now, Sheriff Connolly hasn't identified her as one of the cult members yet, but he does know that someone had been in his office, has been through his things, and his files and everything had been compromised. Now, of course, Sheriff Connolly once he finds all this stuff out by video, Sheriff Connolly gives Polk the 3rd degree. You had someone in my office, but he did not acknowledge that, they were Rakadushi. He still doesn't know that, or he still didn't acknowledge that they were from the Rakadushi compound. So anyway, Sheriff Connolly gives Polk the 3rd degree and sends him home. Now, when you look at the face of Polk, he is so brokenhearted. He can't believe that his love, Melinda, has done him this way. And he's calling her. But she's not answering her phone because, at this point, her phone was discovered. Daikon took the phone from her. They went through the whole back and forth about why she should have the phone, why she shouldn't. Daikon and Elder Mother. At the end of the day, the following morning, she was able to get the phone back, and they saw that there had been messages from Polk to Melinda, and so she was going to make her way back to his trailer. Now, with that being said, Melinda doesn't know that she's been found out. She doesn't know that Polk is aware of what has taken place. So my question to you guys is, with Melinda seeking favor of the highest, and now that she has to go and see Polk, and she doesn't, keep in mind, she doesn't know that Polk is aware of everything that she has done, but she has to go see him. Will Polk fall for whatever Melinda has to say, or will he, in some kind of manner, question her even more and even turn her in, rather than just, falling for it? Because we already know Polk needs a little bit more guidance. Unfortunately, Polk is a handful. He needs a little bit more guidance other than everybody else. And it's not looking good. Will she get her opportunity to meet the highest and, go through the ceremony with the highest because she's done such a job well done? But according to Daikon, though, she didn't do that well because but that part wasn't her fault though. But his guys, when they went to go and take pictures of the files and everything, they didn't find anything. They literally found nothing. Only suspicions, but they really didn't find anything. And so, for Melinda, it's all about meeting with the highest. But what do you guys think? Do you think she will get the opportunity to meet with the highest, or will she end up getting locked up before she makes her way back to the Rakadushi compound from going to see Deputy Polk? Will she get locked up? Will there be some type of consequences for what she has done to Polk, or will she get away with it? Hey, who knows? It's to be determined. I don't know. I want to hope that Polk will come to his senses, but then again, once again, we're talking about Polk, and I'm stunned on this one. I'm really stunned on this one. But anyway, you guys let me know what you think. Will she get caught, or will she be able to go back to the Rakadushi compound and get coronated by the highest? Okay? All right, you guys. That's about it for today. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you guys for subscribing. And if you're not subscribed to our channel, feel free to click that subscribe button. Also, click that notification bell so that you will receive notification of new content. And we're also on Facebook and Instagram. Facebook entitled All Things Ruthless. And you can find us on Instagram at Original TP Fans with a Z. Original TP Fans on Instagram. Okay? Alright, you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for taking out the time of your schedule to stop by. Oh yeah, don't forget to hit that like button so that your love will be counted. Okay? Thank you guys, and you guys have a great day.